What's going on, guys? Jesse Butters 2 here, and for every single Marvel game or superhero game, a hero must face off against a villain, or villains plural, which is why in this video we are talking about adding more villains to Marvel's Avengers. Now before we start, the first thing, I know I made a previous video talking about more villains, but this is different. And number two, for those who didn't know, we do actually have quite a bit of villains in the game, ranging from Taskmaster, Abomination, and MODOK at the start, all the way up to most recently Monica, Crossbones, and Claw. But there has been a constant demand throughout all this time for more villains, and even better, fan service villains like Doctor Doom or Galactus or Thanos. But fear not, because we may be getting more villains soon, and in a bigger quantity than what we expect. So on Reddit, there was a user by the name of Deadshot Prime who asked the dev a question. His question was, are you able to share if there's any new endgame content currently in the works, like an elite version of an OLT or just a new OLT/raid in general? And the dev, who goes by CD Nick E, responded by saying, at a broad philosophical level, adding more playable content, particularly content with a bit more of an explicit villain focus, is something that we want to do in future patches. I'm not going to comment on any plans or specifics right now, and probably not in a Reddit comment in general. That sort of news would show up in our development update post when we are ready to talk about it. So going off of that, they are actually looking into it and seeing if they could release more villains. Now, if you guys still aren't convinced that they are, turns out that on March 19th, the lead developer of a certain part of the game, Brian Wagner, tweeted and said, I also see the tweets about frustration over more Taskmaster villain sectors. I get it, and I agree we need more/wider variety of villains. Part of what I'm doing right now is finding ways for us to create a quicker/more sustainable villain/enemy pipeline. So with those two together, it is safe to say that they are actually looking or even working on more villain missions/OLTs/raids. Now, my thoughts, this is really good. I'm glad to see that we're getting more villains, because I feel like that definitely does bring the Avengers experience up more. And if they make it in a style or even better to the raid or the Monica mission, it'll just be perfect. I know a lot of people have been saying they would rather take 5 Monica-style villain sectors over one raid. And I can see where that's coming from, especially if you have a whole variety of different ones. But we can have a good guess as to the next villains to come to the game. And starting off with that, we do actually have MODOK. So recently, Miller went into the files of the game, aka data mining, and he found this thing called AIM Island. Now with AIM Island, it's a lot, I guess, for me even. So I'll go into another video talking about that. But pretty much MODOK and AIM Island are practically connected, I guess. So we could assume that that is the replacement for the Cloning Labs OLT, and MODOK himself will be moved to AIM Island for pretty much a brand new OLT or villain sector. The next villain that is highly likely is Ultron. For those who didn't know, and for those who didn't watch my Ultron video, Roy, the last time we saw him, he was messing with the Cosmic Cube and disobeying orders. And as we do know, he has a lot of Ultron-like qualities now, such as wanting to feel human, etc., and then just wanting to get out. And again, from Miller, it is highly assumed that Ultron could come with She-Hulk, or it could be a separate villain sector. The next villain is Crossbones, because last time we saw him, he basically left Claw for dead. Like, he saw that he wasn't going to win the battle against the Avengers, and then he dipped, literally. So he could come back. And then otherwise than that, the rest are speculation. For Bucky and his villain, he could possibly get the Red Skull or anyone from Hydra. And then for Captain Marvel, that's pretty self-explanatory. That'll most likely be the Kree, and then maybe an OLT with Ronan the Accuser or Marvel or something else like that. But that's all that I have for you guys today. Please tell me, what do you guys think is going to happen in the comments? Do you think more villains are going to get added to the game within like the next year or so? How many? And what do you think will happen with the future of the game in general? I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Be sure to like and subscribe, and peace. Have a good day.